Good morning from overcast but warm San Antonio, Texas. It's mid-December 2024. Merry Christmas, everyone. And this is a quick tour of some of the upgrades and changes and MacGyver things that I've done to my 2016 Catrike 700 to, well, I don't know, make it a little bit more fun. First of all, this has a Bafang 750 watt motor with the Utah Trikes stabilizer, so it keeps it down here. It keeps the motor from rotating up. And the cabling goes underneath the trike, and then there is a 20 amp hour 48 volt battery mounted also with a set of Utah Trikes mounting kit. It's controlled with an Eggrider version 2, and the what's special about that is that along with the app, my iPhone app, you can program the motor. You can set the levels of output, max speed on it. I have it set quite a bit different than the factory default, and I found that that's been a really nice improvement. The second is, and I'm going to walk around the truck here, is the 1x12 SRAM AXS Eagle electronic completely wireless shifting system. That is encased entirely in the rear derailleur. I did not, in order to put a 11 to 51 cassette on it, I did not have to swap out the hub body or anything like that. I was able to continue to use just the SRAM HG hub body that came, or not the SRAM, but the Shimano HG hub body that came with the trike. The cassette is a SunRace. It's one of two that will 12 speed that will actually fit on an HG cassette body. I find that the shifting is incredible, and to shift I use these are called Blips. They are just the tiniest little things, and because it's a 1x system, the one on the right shifts up and the one on the left over there shifts down. I have them until I can come up with a better system, or I can design something and 3D print it. I just use Velcro to attach it to the bars. I don't shift very much. It has a rear rack. I can't think of the maker. I think it might be Blackburn, but I'm not sure. It is steadied with these bars, and these attachments here, if you look, are simply an extra of the Catrike headrest mount. So I put these, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of them are holding up the headset. And this makes for an extremely sturdy and steady headrest. These extensions, which hold my rear facing radar, and the Bright Eyes light over there, which is an 8.4 volt light with a aftermarket red lens. Those are these pieces right here, just kind of zip tied on, and I find that there's not a lot of torque on them and there's not a lot of weight, so they stay in place quite nicely. That light, the Bright Eyes light, is extraordinarily bright. It's designed, it's about 1,000 lumens, and I believe it really is 1,000 lumens, and it's designed to be a front-facing light, but with the red lens, it functions as a nice rear flasher. I find that people give me a wide berth. I also use, when I ride on the road, I use a flag that's not a flag, it's actually a US flag windsock that flaps from side to side, probably sweeping about, 5 or 6 feet total side to side, and I find that cars give me a wide berth, and that is mounted right here on this with this TerraCycle mount. One of the things that I have on this are these PowerOn cycling bars here and here. And what I found, those are intended to be just assist bars to get you in and out of the trike. But what I found was it kind of made the bars crowded. So I decided to take the steerer bars here, which normally would be mounted vertically right here, flip them upside down, hang the brakes off them, and then I get a little bit more space to move. These hand rests are the remnants of the two, this one and this one, the two Catrike headrests that I had. I just got some really long M4 bolts and some spacers, tightened them down, and I find that they just give me a nice place to, rest my arms. One of the things that's really a challenge on recumbent trikes is finding surfaces to mount things. But if you notice right here, this is a there are two of these kinds of mounts. This is a GoPro mount. Actually, I think it's designed to be put on a headset right here, but it's with a 4 or 5 millimeter bolt. It will just go anywhere. And there are, for instance, I had it for a time mounted here. When it's attached to a an adapter to go from a Garmin to a GoPro mount, it makes for a really useful adjustable way to mount things. And I also have another Bright Eyes front-facing light, which came with a GoPro mount underneath it, so I use the same headset mount with the GoPro attachment. And then this is just a clamp that I bought off of Amazon. I'll link in this video. I'll link to all of these things on Amazon. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. This right here is a finer recliner headset. It is far superior and is a big upgrade from the Catrike headset that comes stock with all of Catrike's things. I don't have much negative I can possibly say about Catrike, but they really could do a little bit better. Their headrests tend to be, I don't know, not the most comfortable. So I'm pretty happy with this. I do believe it's pretty thick here. I've cut it down a little bit. I think I'm actually going to make it even a little bit shorter, but it's just some really soft foam in there, and when I feel like laying back, it just cradles my neck pretty nicely. I use this old Nash bar or performance bag to carry tubes and tools and things. It's pretty heavy. The whole trike is probably a lot heavier than you normally would have a Catrike 700B, but I find it works for me. So let's walk around one more time for one last look. This mount that the controller is on This is simply a cutoff of a mountain bike handlebar extension, bar end extender. I slid it over, put the controller on it, used a pencil to mark it, and cut it on my not grinder, but chop saw. Let's see. I don't think there's really anything else that I've upgraded here. This is a fun trike. I carry it inside this really short bed Hyundai Santa Fe. Put the back tire in that corner. Front tires come here, and I just hook the straps over the tires, tighten them down, and they counter each other, and it's not going anywhere. So I think I'm gonna have to add some water bottle carriers pretty soon. I think I'll put one here because this is what it's actually intended to be, and maybe mount another one back here. So anyway, oh, by the way, I have fenders. I have front fenders on the front fender Catrike set, which I painted red, and then the rear Catrike, which is actually a Planet bike. I think I'm going to replace this. It rattles around quite a bit. I think I'm gonna just replace it with a piece of Coroplast that wraps around up to the back here, and zip tie that in place, and that should be more than sufficient. So, well, thanks. Hope you enjoy my my tour of my tricked out upgraded Catrike 700. Thanks.